following is an Ideas Agency video produced by the Media Design course at Sapporo City University's Design Department. Episode 5, brought to you by Digital Garage. The city of Sapporo is Hokkaido's major metropolis and an urban hub, but a stone throw away to the west of the city brings one to the reserved, gorgeous and great outdoors that is the Niseko and Rusutsu area. At the heart of the Niseko and Rusutsu area is Mount Yotei. Mount Yotei stands a little shy of 2,000 meters, with a shape reminiscent of Mount Fuji. Aside from its fame as a snow and ski resort, Mount Yotei is also very famous for its water resource. Over a process that takes over 50 to 100 years, snow and rainfall on Mount Yotei cycle back as natural mineral spring water at the base. This natural spring water is called Yotei Fukidashi Spring Water, and since the Japan Ministry of Environment recognized it as one of the 100 best water sources in Japan, it has become a national as well as local hotspot for tourists. At the base of Mount Yotei lies the Fukidashi Park, where visitors and locals come with big, empty plastic bottles to fill up with this Yotei Fukidashi Spring Water. Next to Fukidashi Park is a hot spring facility where visitors can bathe and relax while enjoying the spectacular view of the snow-capped peak of Mount Yotei. The Niseko and Rusutsu area has long been well established as a snow and ski resort. Skiers and snowboarders from across the world have been coming to the Niseko area for the soft powder snow perfectly fitted for winter sports. The problem for the Niseko area was, though, that there was trouble drawing in tourists during the summer months. Ross Finlay, an Australia-born entrepreneur, changed things for the better when he introduced the idea of rafting, kayaking, biking, and rock climbing to the Hirafu Niseko area. With passion and innovation, Finlay almost single-handedly transformed the Hirafu Niseko area into the to-go hub in Hokkaido for the outdoor-loving adventure.
Thank you for taking the time today
That's all right.
Do this interview. I know it's really not last minute, but it was really sudden. But I heard that you're one of the few nationally recognized charismas of tourism in Japan.
Yes, that's right. They have 100 tourist charisma people, and of that 100, there's one foreigner, and that's myself.
Amazing. So, as a foreigner in Japan, and you're obviously a very prominent figure in promoting tourism. But what drew you to Hokkaido in the first place?
I came as a ski instructor in 1989, and so the snow and the Japanese culture drew me to Japan, I guess.
When you say Japanese culture, say why not Tokyo or Osaka? Was there something?
The snow. I'm a ski instructor, so I needed to go to a ski resort.
What about why Niseko?
I was in Sapporo to start off with, at a place called Teina Highland ski resort, and I skied there for a couple of seasons and came out here a few times, and it was a very good ski resort, so I decided to move out to here, and this is Hirafu.
Okay, so you've been here since 1989, like you said. So is there anything that you find really attractive about this place that makes you want to stay for 20 years or 30 years?
Yes, as a skier, it has very deep snow, and it snows constantly throughout the winter, so you can ski powder almost every day, which is, for a skier, dreamland. And in summer, you've just got so many fantastic natural fields to play in. You've got the beach just nearby, so we have surfing. We have the mountains, so we've got mountain biking. We've got the river, so we do a lot of river rafting and kayaking. And just for playing outside, it's just a fantastic place.
Actually, I heard that you were one of the first ones, if not the first one, to discover all these summer activities that you can do in Hokkaido.
I don't know about discovering it. We decided to create a rafting company in 1995, and because there was a great river there, and it would be a great thing to have to have rafting where people could come in and, you know, jump on the boat and go to all the really good spots on the river straight away. And it was, being a resort, it was a sort of a bit of a waste at the time because there wasn't much for people to do. So we decided to create something for people to do, and from there it just expanded from just having rafting to having different river things like kayaking, ducking, and then we built this building and created a rock climbing wall, and we do some canyoning, some sea kayaking, some adventure races, some overnight camps, a whole lot of range of outdoor activities.
So, like, you know, obviously, like, this is a very popular resort spot now, you know, both in the summer and in the winter. And, you know, close by there's a lot of places to lodge, obviously, that weren't there, like, 5 or 10 years ago. Like, seeing all this development, how does that make you feel?
Yeah, the development started over the last 3 or 4 years, and it's due to the fact that we have a lot of foreign guests coming over, and they're seeing the value or the potential of the resort, and especially in the Asian community. And for a resort to be successful, it needs a certain amount of infrastructure. And infrastructure just doesn't mean roads, it means all sorts of communications and things like that, and also a lot of shops and restaurants and cafes and all sorts of things for people to do. And having an influx of money investment into the community means that a lot of these infrastructure can be made with that money. So it's making this resort area, Hirafu area, Niseko area, stronger and increasing its amount of infrastructure. It makes it more fun for the local community as well, because they've got all these new things that their community normally couldn't support, and a lot of, you know, great fun things to do, which is what a resort's all about.
Okay, this is kind of maybe not directly related to the resort, but we just stopped by the Kyogoku no Mizu place. Like, you know, they have a lot of, you know, nice water. That's obviously one of the most famous, like, water places in Japan. And I know there's some news about water shortage in Australia. Like, do you have any thoughts on, like, the water situation, like, compared to here, and then there's the issue back home?
No, not really. We're very fortunate up here. All of our water, even up on this mountain here in the resort area, comes from Yotei-san, which is a big volcanic mountain opposite us. And it's all sort of filtered through the mountain and comes out the bottom as natural spring water. And that's used as our tap water up here. So we're very fortunate around here. And a lot of people from all the different communities are very surprised that they can drink such really nice water straight from the tap. And that always surprises a lot of people.
Maybe something that's an attribute to coming to this place, maybe? Good water, there's sports.
Yeah, I mean, for winter you have some of the best snow in the world and most consistent snow in the world. And in summer you have such fantastic natural area, fantastic weather, and a lot cooler climate than the rest of Asia. So for sort of like a northern country summer that most places don't have. So I think Niseko's got a lot of potential as a 4-season resort and we'll build into that potential over the next 3 or 4 or 5 years. The Kanko Charisma idea was made by the Japanese government to try and create role models or people to be a role model for tourism in Japan. As Japan starts to move from the tourism they've been used to in their local market to a more international field, there's different things that need to be included in the resort areas, into the tourism areas that weren't there before to attract foreign guests and to make those foreign guests happy. And also the Japanese side of things as well. I think the tourism market is always on the move. It's always moving in different directions, and if you stay doing the same sort of tourism you have been in your town or your restaurant or your hotel or whatever, if you keep on doing the same thing, that might be okay, but sometimes the market moves beyond that and it leaves you with your customers going down and a bit out of touch with what the market really wants. So the charisma tourism people were the people that sort of were moving with the market or even before the market and saying, well, what about this, and creating new ideas and new ways of doing tourism. And so the idea was to have these people show other people what could be done.
Thank you very much.